What's going on, everybody? It's Q from RetroQ Gaming, and I'm here today to talk about my favorite game of all time, Destiny 2. Now, this game going forward is going to be playing a bigger role in the current shift we're seeing in the PC gaming environment, because lately, over the last few years, we've had big players try to go it alone and kind of move away from Steam, create their own digital storefront, and we'll see how that goes. For some people, it's worked out pretty well. EA created Origin and they kind of just keep to themselves, and it seems to be going strong for them. The Epic Game Store at the moment remains to be seen because of all the buying exclusives and shady metrics they put out. And then you've got the likes of Bethesda, which just recently gave up on their own store and went crawling back to Steam. Just like Uplay did originally a long time ago. When Ubisoft launched Uplay, it flopped hard. They eventually brought their games back to Steam and even allowed a linking process. Now, of course, they're all up in Epic's grill, but you see my point. Moving away from Steam concretely hurt them. And let's not forget one other company, Activision Blizzard. Now, they've always kind of just moved to the beat of their own drum because, well, they're Activision Blizzard, they're one of the biggest companies in the world. But when they eventually started moving games off Steam, people took notice, mainly because it was one of the biggest franchises every single year, Call of Duty. Now, they of course eventually moved a few others over as well, but that's not the point of this video. And when they announced that Bungie's game at the time, Destiny 2, was going to launch exclusively on the Blizzard.net app on PC, no one kind of expected anything else. After all, they're essentially the same company and they have all this network infrastructure and they're kind of just moving everything over to the one app at the time. Now, it looks like that's not paying off because we have some fun, interesting news today about my favorite game ever, Destiny 2. So it was announced today that later this year, when the new standalone expansion pack goes live, that Destiny 2 will be going completely free to play. Or at least the base game version of it will be. Now, that's essentially already the case anyway, because it was in such a bad state earlier this year, or was it even last year? It's my favorite game ever, Destiny 2. I kinda just can't keep track of it. But they gave away a free base copy to every single person with a Blizzard.net account. So realistically, all you'll have to pay for going forward is just expansion after expansion after expansion. Now, that's not the fun part. What we're going to look at is when keeping it real goes wrong. Because later this year, when the new expansion launches, my favorite game ever, Destiny 2, is being removed from the Blizzard.net launcher. And it's moving to the biggest PC gaming and gaming community in general in the entire world. That's right, boyos, it's coming to Steam. Take that, everyone. Now, as much as I memed out during this video about this whole thing and moving to Steam and whatnot, realistically, I don't think it's because of the... Well, I was going to say I don't think it's because of missing the targets, and I don't think it's because it's the smaller market being taken away from the bigger market, the considerably bigger market of Steam. However, I do think that factors into it a little bit. Because now that Bungie are no longer working under and contracted by Activision Blizzard to make Destiny, it's now being published in-house by Bungie. In fact, if you go to the Blizzard.net page for Destiny 2, my favorite game ever, you'll see that the logos down the bottom have now changed to published by Bungie, which it wasn't done originally. So I think that this move to Steam isn't exactly to do with the whole failings and targets and whatnot, but it's more so now that they're self-published and they're not contracted and published by Activision. But like I said, I do think it is in part because of that. Mainly, Bungie got released from their contract because they made subpar flops of games, aka Destiny 1 and 2, which consistently underperformed and missed target after target after target, which resulted in them breaking away from Activision. Now, there's a bunch of other stuff to talk about in the new announcement, such as all PlayStation exclusive DLC will now be gone and all DLC will be made available to everyone going forward. I don't care about that, I'm not talking about this whole thing. We're talking about the Steam and Blizzard.net stuff. Oh, and there'll also be cross-save between every platform. So regardless if you play on PC, be it Steam or otherwise, or PS4 or Xbox One, all of your accounts will be able to play, using the same character, same gear, same everything. But let's go back to the fun part anyway. Let's go back to the game moving to Steam, becoming free to play, and only having to purchase the expansions as standalone content. And that's all I have to say. Anyway, let me know in the comments section below, what do you think is the deal with this whole situation? Is it a good thing for Bungie? Is it a good thing for my favorite game ever, Destiny 2? Or like me, do you just want to sit back and watch the lulz? Let me know all that good stuff in the comments section below. Hit the appropriate button to let me know how I did on the video, and while you're at it, why not head on over and hit the subscribe button and even ring that little notification bell. Granted, getting a notification from YouTube in current year about a new video upload or a live stream or whatever is a whole other story. But hey, at least you can say you tried, am I right? As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the rest of the videos in my channel.